everyone, Achikah here, and it's time to announce the final base-off of 2023. Excitement. I had a really great time last year for a decade in decor where we did a very big base-off kind of theme, and I think like a longer base-off during the holiday season is kind of needed since like there's so much chaos going on for a lot of people. It's just a very busy time both with work and holidays and family situations and all that kind of stuff, weather predicaments too, both in both ways now given the current climate of things. But yeah, so so this is going to be a longer base off like last time, like a decade in decor. It is called Places Wild, which you'll see why it's called that in a bit. This is a normal base off, but with a bit of a twist. So yeah, what you know what? But before I get into any of that, why don't I tell you guys what Base Off is in case you're new to the channel or in case you're new to Base Off. So Base Off is a bi-monthly base competition that I host here on DC Universe Online. It is a competition where I give you guys a theme, and you have 6 weeks to build a base around that theme. This time around it's gonna be a bit longer though. I think it's almost like 9 or 10 weeks you guys are getting to build, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, so at the end of that period, when the deadline comes up, there will then be an initial live stream where we go through and check out all the entries together and enjoy them, and then the next week is gonna be me judging. And then at the end of that, we will have the winner announcement, and then the cycle begins anew. That is Base Off. And again, like I said, this Base Off is called Places Wild, and like last year, I have decided to go with another free-for-all competition for the theming. So that means you guys can choose whatever theme, whatever you guys want to do. I just want you to bring your best base. That is it. Enter your best base to battle it out. It could be your only base that you have. It could be one that you've been saving. It could be one you've been working on forever. You could be a brand new decorator and start a base this week and get it in by the time the deadline is. What I want you to do is just to give me your best base. There are a few rules though. 1 base per decorator, that's it. So if you are going to enter on an alt, that's fine, but again, it's only 1 per decorator. Then we have no bases that have entered prior base offs can be entered into base off again. So the reason I have this is because I know there was going to be a free-for-all competition. I know bases can sometimes squeeze into different categories, and I just want to make sure if you have like a winning base theme, that you can't re-enter and know, oh well, I won this base off, so therefore let me get in on it again. So it's just new work for new contest kind of situation. So yeah, if it's competed in a base off already, you cannot re-enter it. That is one of the rules. And then the final rule, but the most important rule, is just to try your best. That's it. If, again, like I said, if you're a new decorator, if you've been doing this like for years, if it's your your very first attempt at base building or your magnum opus, I just want you to bring whatever you got, your best base. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, there are judging parameters too. I have a rubric of 5 specific categories that I go with a point-based system to determine the winner. Those 5 things are creativity, craftsmanship, logic, storytelling, and aesthetics. If you want more of a defined definition on all those, again, the forum post is down below. Please check that out, as well as the lovely prizes for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Which the US and the EU are going to be competing against one another. I know last year we had separate prize pools, but I talked to the EUers and most of them wanted to compete against the USers. So it is 1 prize pool, so there will be 3 prizes. However, instead of just 1 or a couple objects this year, I have created prize packs for this one. So we have an elite furniture prize pack, which has all kinds of good stuff in it, like coolant beams and Amazo terminals and pillars of eternity, Argus ceiling cannons, crown of thorn portals, all kinds of good stuff. So again, check the forum post if you would like more info on all those. There's a my favorite pack, which is I think the rarest one, is the Investigation pack, is what I've called it. It is investigation briefing and collection furniture that you can only get once in the game per character. And I have gone through and gotten some really good goodies for you guys. I have gotten the what is it? The Urgrunt weapon replica racks. There's some Green Lantern stuff in there, lantern banners, apocalyptian cannons. Man, there's all kinds of good stuff. But on both the US and the EU side, I managed to get all the collections for 2 Bottle City of Candor pedestals, which I think are probably one of the rarest base items in the game, given what they how long it takes to get them and what it takes to get them. So yeah, I have gotten that on both sides. So there's that. Looking forward to. On the US side, there is the 3rd and 4th World Omnibus packs, which gives you a full set of the new 3rd and 4th World stuff that only come out of Omnibox buses. Wow, I just messed that all up. Omnibus boxes, so it's kind of rare. So the 4th World Monitor, 4th World Monitor, wall seal, all that good stuff is in there. Unfortunately, on the EU side, I couldn't get that, but I came up with a pretty cool demonic prize pack for you guys, which has all kinds of lava-y stuff from Bombshell and Throne of Skulls, some flash fire signs, as well as some survival mode goodies like demonic spires, walls of the damned, otherworldly demon skulls, demon worms, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, so we have some fabulous prizes. Again, if you want any more information, there's a lot more that I left out. Please check out the links below to see all of that. But why don't we get to this twist that I've been hinting at? Because not only is there a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd prize for this base-off, there is also a 4th spot. I wouldn't call it a place because it is known as the wild card spot. This spot will be chosen from not myself, but from a guest judge who has complete control over how they choose to give the prize. So this is exciting. So every base-off so far has just been me, and this time I'm introducing a guest judge, and if it goes well, there might be some more guest judging in the future. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm excited for this. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I've been working with someone who I will reveal here momentarily. But let me keep going on with my spiel here. Yeah, so it's a wild card spot. So this judge can make up their own rubric for judgment, like I have for mine. They can choose a secret theme that they won't tell you about, actually. None of the... Yeah, this is, by the way, the wild card spot is secret to you. You guys will not know what you're competing for. It is literally a wild card spot, so it's completely up in the air. Anybody could win it. You don't know, because not only is it like secret, like I said, they could have their own rubric, they can do their own secret theme, but they could also just do a number generator or pick a name out of a hat kind of situation, just go full chaos mode and leave it up to chance. So it's whatever the judge chooses to do is what this wild card spot is going to go based off of, which I think is super fun. It leaves it so that anybody could potentially win this prize pack, and it's a pretty great prize pack. And I let the judge actually choose the prize pack of what they want to do. But yeah. The best part is each wildcard spot from now and here on out, if I do it, will be completely different from the one before it, with the winning perimeter to remain hidden throughout the competition, known only to myself and the judge for the entirety of the event, and only to be revealed during the winner's announcement. This makes it so the wild card lives up to its namesake, a random luck of the draw winning position that is equally up for grabs by any decorator who enters base off. So it is literally a wild card. It is a chance in the hat for like a shot in the dark for you guys to win a pretty cool prize pack. So for the introduction to this wild card spot, I couldn't think of a better judge than the wiliest wolf I know, Mr. Lycan Sutavir. If you guys don't know, Lycan is definitely no stranger to base off. He has entered almost every base off religiously since the beginning, and has been one of the biggest supporters since day one in a multitude of ways, both in front of the scenes that you guys have seen, like with his entries and all that, but also a ton behind the scenes. On top of that, he also helps out. He's a generous benefactor to the base crafters community to help people create their bases, but also to help them get feats and stuff like that too, which I think is just nice. He's very outgoing with that. With his assistance. He's also an avid decorator. He's created a number of varying bases, and he also has his own YouTube channel called The Phoenix Syndicate, where he checks out his own bases as well as other people's bases. I will link it up above. Lycan's actually going through console issues right now, so he hasn't had too much time to play on the game. In fact, we thought he was going to quit a while back, so this kind of inspired the guest judging, because I was like, Lycan's been such a big part of Base Off, and if he's going to quit DCUO, we're going to go out with a bang, and I wanted him to have his own wild card spot, you know what I mean, or his own, like, you know, Base Off kind of thing, because he really has made Base Off what it is. You guys don't understand. He has a lot of the prizes that you guys have gotten have been from Lycan, like, or it have been, you know, I have liquidated things to get because he has given them. So again, thank you so much, Lycan, for just honestly being like a really, really generous and just being a good friend, honestly, in general. To me and the base community. It's been really great. So yeah, he's going to be our wild card judge. And yeah, do not pander to him. We've already talked about this. You guys will not know the special wild card spot. It is for us to decide and to know. So he's going to be the guest judge. And yeah, he's going to join me in the winner announcement too. So for this base off, what I need for you guys is the usual, of course. I need you guys to add Achikah to your base generator, but I also need you to add Lycan on both the US and the EU side if you want to be considered for the wild card spot. His name will be down below for you guys to add, of course, and also be sure to just check the forum post and all that stuff. Yeah, so you add us to your generator. Let us know here in the YouTube comments, just your name, what server you're on, and the name of your base, on the game and all that stuff. You can message me here, on YouTube. You can message me on the forum post, Discord. The Base Crafters community will have a sign-up sheet. You guys can do it over there. Or if push comes to shove, you can always send me mail on the game, but again, sometimes that gets lost because I tend to get a lot of messages, and also I do a lot of brokering and send myself mail for decorating, so my mailbox is very clustered and messy. So if I don't get back to you, just know that I probably missed your entry and just send it again. Other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. So there's that. So why don't we get into the date? So today is the 17th of November, 2023 is the starting date. You guys have up until January 31st as a deadline. So that is like 9 to 10 weeks, I think, to build. So there's a lot of time there to get your bases perfected and all up to date in code and any other items that you need to get. All that good stuff. And then you will notice that the 31st is actually a Wednesday. And I'm doing that because last year for a decade into core, when I did a free-for-all competition, there were 30 of you guys, and that was a lot of streaming. So I'm going to try and start the streams on February 2nd, which is that Friday. And then continue through the weekend. So we'll have Friday, just to give me time. I don't know how many entries I get. Maybe it just might be one stream if, you know, there's just a few entries. But if there's a lot of entries, then, yeah, I want to give myself time to get through all the streams so I can have, like, a long weekend of doing that. So it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. At the usual times. And again, this is all subject to change depending on how many entries I get and how chaotic it gets. So these are just kind of like boundary lines. The ones that aren't boundary lines are the start date and the deadline. Those two are like set in stone, but the streams are subject to change, but that best laid plans and such. But I'm hoping for the 2nd to be the start of the streams, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, and again, this is also working depending on how many entries we get, but I'm going to give myself at least a week and a half to get through all the entries for judging. So expect the winner announcement to be February 16th of 2024. That is, I think that's about it, guys. I'm super excited to see how this face off goes because, like I said, I've never had a guest judge before. Lycan won't be judging with me like during the initial stream. The initial stream will just be me. Lycan is just going to judge privately when we, like when we go like about in the server, like after the live streams, like when I go back into your bases. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. So yeah, that's it. I am, like I said, I'm super stoked for this base off. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it opens a lot of opportunities too for future base offs to work with other creators and other decorators too, that I know throughout the community. And maybe they'll be like, I don't know. I still don't know how this is going to go. I don't know, Base Off has kind of been like its own thing for a while, and I've been having fun with themes and prizes and thinking up of stuff like that, but this is like opening a new door, and I'm pretty excited to work with other people in the community and have open it up and have some fun. So hopefully this will go off without a hitch. You never know. But since it is the wild card and places are wild, yeah, it might be a little chaotic, so we'll see how it goes. So again, that is Base Off Places Wild, and with that, a new Base Off has commenced. I cannot wait to see your entries. I cannot wait for you guys to... I'm just super excited, like I said, for all this. So again, happy decorating, guys. I cannot wait to see what you create. And yeah, I think that's about it. So again, thank you so much. Check out the forum post for any more details. Feel free to message me with any questions. And that's about it. Like I said, Base Off has commenced. Happy decorating, everybody. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.